Hello, my name is Delbert Ray. I'm a candidate for the office of president for the September 7th, 2010 elections. First of all, I want to acknowledge or recognize and thank my wife, June Ray, for her support and prayers, and my children and all my grandkids, my in-laws, my cousins, my brothers, my sisters, my relatives, my friends. What I bring to the table is 23 years of judicial experience. I've been a judge going on 23 years. I was first appointed in 1987 by the late President Gerald Anton. And since that time, I've served continuously as a judge. I've served the majority of the tribes here in Arizona, and that I've worked with a number of systems, a number of tribal councils, various types of constitutions. Some of the things that I really is on my heart is that part of what has happened here in Salt River is that we've evolved into a corporate government whereby most of the ordinances, the rule changes and everything are done by committees. They're called strategy committees that are set up by this administration and the previous administration under Joni Ramos. Most of those committees are comprised of non-members. Say there's 12 on a committee and maybe 3 community members. So when a measure is brought to the table and it's voted on, and then there's only 3 and the other 9 are non-members. That's how our ordinances and our policies are changed. And with that, monies are allocated to those issues. For me, what has happened is a loss. What I see is a loss of the voice of the people. They're no longer involved in the process. What I propose as president are a number of measures that will help to bring our government back to our people. The first would be a 60% community membership on any board. That means that when votes are taken on measures, those will reflect what our values are, what the needs of the people are. And again, so it won't be anybody else's state or any other tribal's wishes that we would be fulfilling, but our own. So for me, it's really very important to control the boards by the board membership comprised of the majority of our people. The second thing that I would propose is a bi-weekly council meeting. Right now, we're doing council meetings every Wednesday at 5 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, they have executive sessions. At 5 o'clock, they have meetings. What I propose is that we go to maybe every other week, a Saturday, starting maybe at 9 o'clock until business is taken care of. Every other week. The added plus for that would be is that the council members between the 2 Saturdays can go out and talk to the people and say, these are the things that are going on, and this is my understanding of the issue, and this is how I feel I shall vote. What do you guys think? That way you have, when a vote is taken, the interest of the people is considered, and again, the votes will include our values and our standards. The third thing that I would propose to do is the executive sessions. They have those every Wednesday. And first of all, I would say that the executive sessions are very necessary to protect the sensitive information of our community. The four proposed changes, or what I would promote, is one is that any person who is directly affected by any issue or is talked about in executive session has a right to be at that table. The second modification would be that they should be allowed to have a spokesperson, somebody that knows about the issue and can explain to them what their rights are. Maybe it might be land issues, payments, or whatever, and they can have a spokesperson there to help explain to them whatever that issue is. And third would be that no votes be taken behind closed doors, that once the discussion is concluded in executive session, they should come out to the full community meeting and disclose those issues, give a summary of what the discussion is about, excluding the sensitive information. The fourth would be to that after any vote is taken, whether it's an executive session or a regular council session, the council members can be polled. Polling means you can ask them, you voted this way, can you tell me why you voted that way? You know, I really believe this promotes healing of our community, where things aren't done in secret. I think it promotes a good relationship between the elected officials and the community. That's what I would like to see, is a healing in our community. These are but a few of the issues. The other things that I would look at is, you know, there's a lot of discussion about the police department, abuses. There's also issues of employment, people with degrees being turned away because they don't have the experience. There's issues about other officials like the community manager. All these things need to be addressed, but they need to be discussed with the people, and that's what I want to do, is bring the people back to the table so that we can have this discussion. We don't need anybody else to be telling us how to run our community. So for me, it's time to take our community back. And I assure you that a vote September 7th, 2010, starting at 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., vote for me, Delbert Ray. God bless you.